So, what made you what made you realize that music was what you wanted to do for your profession?
It's not. It's like, it's actually, I guess, I don't know, music drives like the creativity, but it's all one stream. Like, currently sitting here on the third floor at UMass Amherst in my senior year, like, it's like, bruh, especially with the making of this last schizophrenia song, it's like, nothing has really seemed like it's fit as much until now. Like, combining the lanes of your life, like, really, it's all one stream.
Right.
Like, the music's influenced by the school, influenced by everything. Nothing, I guess, music is the passion because it leads the way for, like, everything else.
Right.
Like, it's the way that I can, like, take all the things that are influencing me and, like, turn it into my own creation.
And channel it into something.
Yeah, and that way everything else is, like, an influence, because music's the only product that I'm actually creating. It's like the only, literally I was thinking about today because I'm like selling all my shit before I moved to California, and music is like the only thing of value that I feel like I really possess. Like, I got like a whole bunch of amps that were given, like a whole bunch of like equipment and stuff that was like given to me for my birthday, or things that I like bought when I saved money, but like the music's the really the only thing I'm producing, you know what I mean?
And so, when did you realize that music was like the only thing that really mattered to you?
When did I realize it?
Yeah, like when did this start? When did NLiten start?
NLiten started, I would say this, NLiten started in the shower. Like, me and my friend were like freestyle rapping, and one day I went home and was like in the shower, and I was just like, all right, if I'm really gonna like dive into depth about anything I'm talking about, I need some kind of like character. Like, I need to create, I was talking about this before, how like our like selves, like, you're named by your parents. Jordan Tolbert was the name I was given at birth, right? But then, like, moving from there into, like, everything you experience in that box is, like, this box of, like, intended, like, to protect you from the outside world by your mom and your dad who both love you, blah, blah. You experience good things, you experience bad things, but in that spectrum. But I feel like the second I decided to step out and, like, create my own path, I created this, like, character, NLiten. And that's where the music came in. And everything I threw into that was the passion of, like, my individuality. Yeah.
Damn, that's cool, dude.
Yeah.
So how do you find it to balance trying to be a student, but also balance, like, when you know one of the only things you really care about is music, but still having to deal with, like, being a student and all that?
Fact. Balance is something I'm not great at right now. I think the best I've been able to balance it is by, like, using it as a source for inspiration. Like, I've been in Amherst for now, like, I'm a super senior, so this is my 9th semester, and I haven't found a way to incorporate everything that, like, I've been hella uninspired. Like, to be honest, I've released a lot of, like, garbage in the last couple, like, months, like, month and a half, 2 months, and I haven't admitted that to myself until very recently. But now that I'm starting to make stuff that's, like, very present to the moment and very inspired by, like, now, and it's telling my story, and, like, it hits myself in a way that's completely different, but it's also hitting people who are listening like, oh, this makes sense. He's the rapper who went to school for psychology making a song about schizophrenia. He's the rapper who really doesn't know making a song about not knowing. But then, like, I don't know, I think in all of this I'm like now striving to like hit the mark where, like, the idea that I plan for myself, that I set for the next 5 years, 10 years, is the path that I'm on, and I'm like, I create the plan and allow space for, like, deviation, but really it's like a matter of knowing, because if you don't know, you'll never reach greatness, and that's what I'm on the path towards.
Facts. So it's like this is the first time you really feel like you've come, like, full circle. Yeah,
and it's had a lot to do with concept, like, and that's even at, like, the basic level. Like, Jay Nash and Warren, like, we're connected to make a video for a song called C'est la vie, which in French is like such is life, basically. And they were like, all right, we're gonna get together, we're gonna have this brainstorm, and we're just gonna shoot this thing. And in my experience of just brainstorming and shooting shit, it's like it never comes out like the way you want it. You're never 100% satisfied with the product. Concept is like short for, it's like the prefix for conception, which is like birth, which is like every time you sit down to create, you should be birthing something, like some kind of contributing idea. So I was like talking with them, and they were both trying to go to sleep, and I'm like sitting, like, every time they're like, yo, all right, we'll see you in the morning, I was like, this isn't done yet. Like, there's no way I'm gonna sit down.
You're still focused on.
in my like past experience, I've like, all right, fine, I'll go to sleep too. You know what I mean? But there's something in those like lost hours and how you choose to waste your time that like really says a lot. Like it says a lot.
No, I so feel that. That's what I had happen to me the most too.
Fact.
Yeah.
But I'm like really starting to take this seriously. Like I'm really starting to take this.
That's what you always kind of have though.
Yeah, but like I've always been talented. Like and that's something that I've like truly like. I never like speak on it, but I've always like picked things up really quick. Like the first song I made is a song Noah's Ark, and then I made the song Thoughts on a Rainy Day on like my birthday my freshman year. Looking back, I found the lyric video and like it's like as I dream about my competition, you're probably wishing that I put you like it's like all the lyrics are like there and all the ideas are there. It's just like messy.
And it was your first song too.
Exactly.
So it's like you kind of always had it, is what you're saying.
Probably wishing that I put you as my competition. I can't remember the words. Like you know what I mean? Like when the concept sticks, it's like embedded.
Yeah.
Like
no, yeah,
you'll
it
never
sticks.
forget that.
Yeah.
It's all been very loose and like play, but I don't know.
I feel that.
True.
And so, how do you promote? Like, how do you really try to get yourself out there as much as possible?
Just like experimenting. like I started that like Must Be Friday playlist where I was releasing a song every single Friday.
Yeah.
And just by like being exposed every single week, it was like people were like, "Yo, like you're working mad hard." Like, you know what I mean? That's one way of doing it. But then you can also like go on Facebook. We release Foreign, and me and Ben have been like trying like all these guerrilla tactics, going into like hip hop Facebook groups and like dropping links in the description and being like, "Yo, sub for sub, like you give me, I'll get
Just
you."
grinding.
And like people, like when people reciprocate and watch the video, they're like, "Whoa, this is actually dope! Like I fuck with this." Bro, my freaking like from doing that, my email has been blowing up with producers like sending me tons of beats. Like, "Yo, I fuck with that Foreign video. Here's these beats." And like, I don't know. I've been in the like the character and like in the character of like rapping on everything people have sent me. Like everything's good. There's good in everything, but like you can't have good without bad.
Yeah. No.